Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We have the final type support EZA in Tien. I actually do have a dupe in him. I thought it was only one of them that I had a dupe in, but it's Tien and Gohan. Level 1 links as always. I don't have any of his 200% leads. I mean, he actually has some solid leads, I won't lie. He does have, for one, the Boo duo. I know they catch a lot of flack, but they're actually alright. Yamcha at one point or another was one of the best Dokkan fests in the game. And then the tech transforming Super Trunks. Funny enough, he would actually count as one of Tien's super tech units. So that would actually help him. But of course, he's not the best. But I don't have any of them. So we're only on a 170 lead. I did run their lead just because in terms of the rest of the leads I could run him on, they're just not the best of teams. And the better ones I'm missing the leads for. Like the biggest one is Earthbred Fighters, with the 23rd World Tournament Goku, who I did bring as a friend, which means Kaden Cleaver isn't on his lead. But I kind of wanted to bring him nonetheless, because that's a super tech unit that could actually benefit from Tien. And we're just going to try and protect Kaden Cleaver at all costs, or just use items. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're starting with 103k attacks, that's 64k defense. He isn't linked up with anyone on the rotation. And that doesn't surprise me, because his link set isn't too good. It's really not the best in terms of a set. I mean, especially with the units you're going to be running him with. 6 key spheres though, so it takes him up to a 506k attacks. That 227k defense. Along with having that guard active. I mean, Z Fighters, Crane School, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Experience Fires, Over the Flash, Shattering the Limit. Tien's not going to be linking with any of these units. Like, you'll be lucky to get a couple active. And scrolling through his link partners, one of the most usable units that is going to be in the game, not even just on global, is funny enough, and he'll be here literally tomorrow, is the EZA LRSJ3 Goku. So with his EZA coming out in literally less than a day, at least Tien will get to link with him somewhat well. At least that's one of his best linking partners at level 3. The ones he links better with, realistically, you're not using any of these. As I said, as a link set, Tien isn't going to be getting too many of those links active, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much considering, you know, Tien is, again, like I've been saying about all of these units, Tien is here to support. You're not here to do damage with him. He's going to have some solid defense, especially on the turn where he does nuke. You know, if you can get him a decent amount of orbs before that turn happens, he can have some good defense, especially coupled with the guard if you still have it active. But, you know, he's not here to do damage. He's mainly here to support. He's going to be on like every other rotation, and he's there to float. So in terms of him not linking too well, it's not the be-all and end-all. It doesn't really matter too much, but it would have been nice to have a couple links active. But as I said, in literally less than 24 hours, we will get the EZA for LRSJ3 Goku, who he will link with. And funny enough, that was the rotation you ran back in the day. So not only is Tien now viable and usable, and then of course LRSJ3 Goku will be as well because of his EZA. And I mean, that unit has always done damage, and that is still the same now. You can run them two together, have a couple links active, link Goku up with someone else to get even more of his links active, and then supply Goku with that hefty key +3 in attack and defense plus 60% for super tech types. So that one thing has always remained true. The only thing is right now on global, of course, his EZA isn't out yet. We still have to wait, as I said, about 24 hours, just under. I'm going to pop a Whis because Kaden Cleaver in slot 3 and there's 2 attacks coming their way. Give Tien that. 5 key spheres, 487k. Only 198k defense, but does have a couple links active and Experience Fires, Over the Flash and Shattering the Limits, mainly key links, which he doesn't really need too much of. But again, he does still have his guard active, so he's not doing too much damage. In terms of his SA effect, he does greatly raise attack by 50% for one turn. Not the best of SA effects, you know, to be fair, he actually, in my opinion, has the worst. I think Gohan initially, I said, has the worst. Oh no, I didn't say he had the worst. I think I said he had the worst so far, but Tien's is definitely the worst. Like, stack an attack on these units for Vegeta and Gohan really isn't useful whatsoever. Like, they just don't need it. Even with Whis, 47, 48k damage. I mean, I prepped for this. But yeah, I mean, Tien definitely has the worst. Definitely has the worst. I mean, as I said, the other two stack, which, as I said, is kind of useless for these type of units. But at least they stack. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were in an event long enough, like the Shadow Dragon event against the Mega, if you really want to do the 9th anniversary content, but I doubt you'd be taking these units in there. I mean, maybe on a full dodge build. Potentially. But in terms of SAFX, Tien's definitely has to be the worst, because at least they stack attack, which means you can actually get their damage to decent lengths. 766k attack stat here, 312k defense, not too bad. I'm pretty sure his guard's worn off though. So there is that. Whereas Tien's only doing it for one turn by 50%. And, you know, realistically, what's one turn going to do for a unit again? That's fine. That's fine. That's really fine. But really, realistically, what are you going to do with a 50% raise for one turn? Not a whole lot. You know, you're not going to do a whole lot. As I said, these units aren't here to bring damage. But as I said, in terms of the teams he goes on, a lot of them have aged quite a bit. But the teams he can go on, he does actually support some good units. As I said, LRSJ3 Goku, whose EZA is coming out tomorrow. He also supports the likes of 23rd World Tournament Goku. If you can squeeze him on a final trump card team, which actually isn't too difficult to do, considering the new SJ3 Goku that come out, or even the Year 5 EZAs. LRVB is one of them. So he actually supports some decent units. I mean, the gods fall under that as well. I know they've aged a bit, but, you know, you can somewhat squeeze them onto teams. And, you know, 10th anniversary, they're guaranteed to EZA. So there is that as well. In terms of Earthbred Fighters, which is your best bet with 23rd World Tournament Goku, again, you're looking at all the type of Goku units that go on this team. And I said 23rd World Tournament Goku's one of them. The Yajirobe's one of them. Orange Piccolo's one of them. Birdku's another one. Gobros, I mean, you know, I know defensively they're not the strongest, especially now with 9th anniversary content existing, but they do a ton of damage. EZA LSJ3 Goku. There's a ton of units on Earthbred Fighters that Tien can but support. And of course, because they're tech units, and specifically tech units, that helps with triggering his nuking turn by having 2 or more superclass allies, and more importantly, having 3 units on the team that are tech types that can trigger his guard. So he has some great units and a plethora and a decent variety of super tech units and some very good super tech units he can provide the support to, which I think is great. Not great links, probably the worst SA effect. And in terms of variety when it comes to categories, he doesn't have too many because a lot of them have kind of aged by this point. But as a final trump card, or Earthbred Fighters, but final trump card, but definitely Earthbred Fighters. I said that's a strong team for Tien. It's a strong team for Tien. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We're going to have 2 new EZAs coming tomorrow with transforming Gotenks and also LRSJ3 Goku. So I'll be covering those and trying them out in Red Zone and Shadow Dragon event. But let me know your thoughts of Tien down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and push.